Guys, so we had some Street Fighter 6 news, man. Did not see this coming. Just got out the shower. I'm literally about to walk out the door. And just Street Fighter 6 trailer came out. You know, I could always make a little time for Street Fighter, especially when Akuma's in the game. You know, so let's check it out. Street Fighter 6 Year 3 character review. Why do they make these? Why not just surprise us? You're gonna make us wait for a whole nother list of characters? Capcom? Like, where's the surprise? I guess. I mean, the surprise is here, I guess. Imagine seeing a whole trailer for a character and you don't even know who the hell it's going to be. And it's just a trailer, just them in-game. Like, you got to see pictures or anime. Well, last time it was an anime, but I'd rather have an in-game trailer just come out of nowhere. But it's a Street Fighter 6's way of promoting characters, I guess. So what are you going to do? I don't think Akuma was promoted that way, was he? Nah, he just had a trailer. Yeah, they didn't really... Yeah. That's Kenny Omega. Looks like he's going through a crisis of sorts. Looking rough. What the? Okay, they're putting Alex in the game. What? This is how they're... You know what? He doesn't look bad. This is how we're gonna do this. This dude's just being freaked out. Crimson Viper. Alright. Yeah, they didn't put her in Street Fighter 5, which is crazy. She was in all the cutscenes. This is really weird. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Is that fucking Ingrid? Yo! That's not a Street Fighter character. Are they making her canon? Is she... Can they really... Isn't she too powerful?
That was crazy.
Sagat! Ah! Let's go! How's it gonna look in game? Why they do this? Okay. Whoa. Wow. I don't know how I feel about Ingrid's new design. I hate it actually. What is that? What is that? No, like what actually is that? Oh no. Whatever, man. Sagat. He got the fur on. I can't even see the whole fit. He's gonna have his Muay Thai trunks. Don't worry. Crimson Viper. Shh. Her and Abel, she pulled up on Street Fighter 5 only in cutscenes, didn't do anything. Imagine that, man. That's crazy. Alex, we're never gonna get rid of this dude, man. This dude was Luke. This is prototype Luke right here. Before Luke became quote unquote the main character. Let's be real. This is still Ryu's world, but this dude was supposed to take over. Didn't he beat Ryu? No, he didn't beat Ryu. He beat Gil. I know Alex beat Gil in the first tournament, right? No, I think there's just one tournament. Yeah, he beat Gil. But I think later he fought Ryu, and Ryu just did unspeakable things to him. He just really humbled him badly. Oh, man. Alright. Street Fighter 3 was an era, man. Yeah, it's about time. Like, this game is the first Street Fighter game we have that's taken place after Street Fighter 3. And we've consistently only gotten Street Fighter 2 and 4 characters. Really? 5, too, I think. So, I mean, Elena was 1, so this is 2. 2 Street Fighter 3 characters in a game that's taking place after Street Fighter 3. They got the whole hip-hop aesthetic. And we only got... What happened to Gil? They never beat Gil. As far as I'm concerned, they never beat Gil. Why are we focusing on Psycho Power again? What happened to the Illuminati, Capcom? It's whatever. I'm not saying don't bring back the old characters, but... Where's the character? Well, they made him tall. Oh, gameplay? Wait, hold on. I shouldn't pause. I should watch it. But he's tall as fuck. Where's his... He's malnourished. Wait, what? What are they doing? Are those his ribs? Hold on. I might be wilding. I saw his ribs, dog. What happened? Nah. Hold on. What happened? Where's his gains? Oh my god. The picture is clickbait. There ain't no way. But Street Fighter 2, he was tall, but it was, Street Fighter Alpha really made him, they really made him brawlic. Street Fighter Alpha made him brawlic. Street Fighter 4, yeah, he was brawlic on that game. Everyone was brawlic. But Street Fighter 5 was sort of a balance of his tallness and him still having gains. But this dude looks like he's malnourished. The Tiger eating more than him, bro. That's crazy. You can see his ribs. He on that Dalzine regimen, bro. I don't like this at all. And wanna know the worst part? His nostalgia outfit might not even change his gains, dog. What happened, bro? Nah, he has to be nerfed like Ken for that. I don't give a fuck, bro. He has to have a lower power level just because he's like this. They better make him fat. You better make him faster, Capcom. Dude doesn't even eat anymore. Stealing Akuma's drip too is crazy. Just saying, stealing Akuma's drip is crazy. I mean, you could say it's the same thing that he wore in Street Fighter 5, just with tiger fur. But then you gotta ask, why is he killing his pets and wearing their fur? Alright? Oh shit, I just realized this is the Street Fighter 2 stage. Look at the giant statue in the back. Okay, there's something good about this trailer. Okay. But I just don't like his build, man. No, I thought, when I first saw his ribs, I thought it was the way he was contorting when he was kicking. But no, this is him in a normal stance. This dude has no food. Why they make him homeless? Yo, why they put him... Why is he starving, bro? Even like that, it's just... My man has not eaten in years. I gotta see that shot. He looks big right there. But from far away, you see everything. I can see this man's whole anatomy. I could literally see your blood flow, bro. Dog. I could literally see his lifespan. Bro, I could literally predict when this man's gonna pass away. What? Is he an old man? Is that... Oh, no. They aged him? Would they do that? But not like this. He's dying if this is the case. If he's aging, is this... What's happening, bro? Sagat, you good, bro? He got the fuzz. My man might be a patient, bro. Holy shit. Yo, he might be a patient. Yo, I thought Ken had it bad. Ken's troubles are by choice, by the way. He could literally go back to his family, but he wants to fold the ops that put him in that situation in the first place. Like, his name's been cleared. Like, he's good. The media knows he's not a bad guy, but he wants to fold the ops that lied on his name in the first place. So he's like, I'm not going home until I fold these ops. But what's going on with this guy? Like, what's going on, bro? He been hanging around Dalzine too much. He's never been the same after Street Fighter Cross Tekken, man. This is insane. I like how Lucas is nowhere to be seen. Where he at? Where Luke at? You got Ed in the front. You got Terry and Ryu looking like the main villains. All right. You look like secret bosses. You got Akuma on the top, as he should be. All right. Bison beneath him, as he should be. I used to be a Bison fan, bro. After he got folded on screen by Akuma in Street Fighter 2, it's just never been the same. And then as I got older, I learned what Bison was actually wearing, and I was like, oh, this dude's about that, huh? My man's on that energy. You know, got Kanye blushing. But let me stop. All right, bro. Street Fighter 6. I was hyped for Sagat when they announced him, but then I saw his build, bro. When they give him his classic fit, they gotta get rid of those ribs. They gotta beef him up. It shouldn't affect his hitbox. They gotta beef him up. They did. You know what? They could do that. They did that with Bison in Street Fighter 5. I'm gonna have to be a nerd for a second, guys. But if you guys notice, throughout different Street Fighter games, Bison's build is always different. So in Street Fighter 2, he's slim, but on Street Fighter Alpha, he's extremely buff. He's really big. And on Street Fighter 4, it's sort of in between. He's buff but slim. You know, he's well built. And then he just kept that build for Street Fighter 5 and 6. No, Street Fighter 5, when you change his costume to Alpha, he actually gets big. And then when you go back to the other costume, he actually changes his muscle size, which is insane. So there's a reason why Bison's muscle size changes. So he's essentially the original Orochimaru from Naruto. Bison is a body snatcher, alright? So those are the bodies that he's stealing. Which actually is pretty cool because it changes his playstyle depending on the body weight that he has. Which explains why he plays so differently depending on the game that, or the era of the game that you're playing. So that's a pretty cool tidbit. Right now, the Bison that we have right now, he is on his Street Fighter 2/4 era, so he's the best he's ever been in my opinion. Any Bison that has Psycho Crusher as a special that's not locked away as a V-Trigger or a Super is a good Bison in my book. His best Bison, So they did him good. I'm not gonna lie. Bison was really crazy on Street Fighter 5 once I gave him a chance. Once I figured out I couldn't do Psycho Crusher anytime, I just went back to choosing Ryu, Started playing as Ryu again, but I gave him a chance one day, and I was like, you know what? He kind of doesn't need Psycho Crusher with all this extra bullshit they gave him, but I'm glad they're giving us classic Bison back. Some people's like, it's just ordinary Bison. We need ordinary Bison once in a while. You got to go back to the originals, the basics, all right? 5 Bison, in my opinion, he might be better than Alpha. I think he's better than Alpha. Basic Alpha Bison. I'm not talking about that final boss Bison. I'm not talking about Final Bison. No, that's Shin Bison. My bad. Final Bison's a different transformation. Yeah, he got multiple forms, but this isn't about Bison. This is about malnourished Sagat. Street Fighter. Feed this man. He's supposed to be a champion. Where did his money go? Oh, wait, my bad. That's right. He's aged. He's old now. He's dying. Yet Ryu hasn't aged a goddamn day. All he did was grow facial hair. And everyone loves him for it. Meanwhile, Sagat is a patient. Lying on his, I can't even say deathbed. He's on a death hammock now. So much for being a champion. Is Sagat a bad spender? It's like Sagat blew all his money and went broke real quick. It's like all these stupid celebrities that don't know how to manage their money out here do. I thought Sagat was wise. My man blew his entire budget on the Shadowloo initiative. Low-key deserves it. Not gonna hold you. Imagine that was canon. He's impoverished because he just blew all his money on the Shadowloo initiative. And once he became good, he only became good because he went broke. That'd be pretty hilarious. But that's pretty much it, guys. Street Fighter 6. Ingrid, I want to see her classic costume. I'm not feeling this costume. She's from Capcom Fighting Evolution, a.k.a. Capcom Fighting Jam, so she's from that game. She's not from any other game, so she's a weird character. Everyone only hates her because that game is literally the game that killed Street Fighter in the early 2000s. Like, that was the last game they dropped before Street Fighter 4, so yeah, they just re-released that game recently on the Capcom Fighting Collection too, so don't get that collection for that game. There's a lot of really cool games on that. I've been on Capcom versus SNK 1 a lot. I know 2 is where it's at, but I never really had the chance to appreciate Capcom versus SNK 1 like I am now, And there's Power Stone as well, so that's going to be a nostalgia trip for me. Playing Power Stone on a console is just going to be different from emulating it on a PC laptop. It's just going to be a different experience just playing it on a white console with a white remote. Dreamcast days, man. Dreamcast days. But that's pretty much it, guys. I got somewhere to be. I'm yapping. The sun's going down and shit. Peace.